Hey guys, so today I want to do my September TBR. I say this every month, but like September, I was going for August. That's technically like August went by very quickly. I did read a lot, which I'm very proud of, but September, this is what I'm planning on reading. I have a few. I have some mangas, I have some physical books, and I'm excited. All right, guys, so welcome back. So what I'm going to do is actually tell you what I'm planning on reading. But first, I want to go with Jordan. Jordan Reads is a horror, kind of starting in fantasy romance a little bit, but very, very, very minimal. She just, of what I can understand. She's always on Katie Coulson's live sprints, and she is hilarious, and she's Canadian, so she gets a thumbs up for me. So I did a spread here. And I'm going to put a picture here of all the books like on top of each other. But this is what I did. So she started a Spooky Smart Bitch Read-a-thon, which I love the title. We have a lot of smart bitches here, right? So she did one with prompts, which is going to go from September 4th until September 10th. So I'm just going to go with the prompts. So the first one that we are going to read is going to be Read a BIPOC author book. So any author with a person of color. And the one that I found, I had to do a lot of research. So I actually have it on my bookshelf, and it's by Rinsha Peko. This is the girl from the well. It's technically about every person that murdered a kid. She kind of haunts them. And I'm into it. It seems really dark and cool. But it just says the dead do not always rest. Okiku knows anger and pain. They are what she last felt before her life was brutally taken from her more than 300 years ago. Now a restless spirit, she wanders seeking out those who viciously take the lives of children. Okiku always gets her vengeance. She has no remorse for the wicked until she meets 17-year-old Tark. So what is this going to be? Kind of excited. So that's the first prompt that I'm going to read. So the second prompt is read a horror or possession demonic hunting book. And that is my favorite genre. So I'm extremely excited. But I went to the library, and I was talking to one of the librarian, and she pretty much told me I should pick up this because I didn't know I wanted a kind of short book, horror and stuff. So I got so this is by Marianne Micro, and she is a Canadian author, and I think she's a teacher in a university or something. So I'm excited. A professor. It says in the back that is more myth and folklore, and it's mostly about North America and people curse with eyes and stuff taking over their eyes. So it just creeps me out, and I think it's gonna be something very different. It says these tales tell of evil eyes curse, woman healer, ghost, a changeling, and people struggling to retain or gain power in a world of changing beliefs. And it's all short stories collection kind of thing. So I'm gonna try it. If I don't like it, toss it away, and I'll read something else. And then this one actually goes for a prompt and also for Katie Coulson's book club pick. And this one is Fave Horror Trope. And you guys know me. It's gonna be Mary. It's Mary, an Awakening of Terror. And it's really going around right now, and a lot of people are loving it. So I'm gonna try it. And in this book, I just had to look it up actually what it's about. I just know that a lot of people talking about it and are very creeped out. There's like literally a list of warnings. So that's when you know it's gonna be very gruesome and disgusting, and I'm all for it. So it says Mary is a quiet middle-aged woman doing her best to blend into a background, or remarkable and invisible, unknown even to herself. But lately, things have been changing inside Mary. Along with the hot flashes and body aches, she can't look in a mirror without passing out. And the voice in her head has been urging her to do unspeakable things. Fired from her job in New York, she moves back to her hometown, hoping to reconnect with her past and inner self. Instead, vision of terrifying mutilated specters overwhelm her with increasing regularity, and she begins auto-writing strange thoughts and phrases. Mary discovered that these experiences are echoes of an infamous serial killer. Then the killing begins again. Mary definitely is going to find herself. You know, these are the books that I'm into. If you want to give me horror, I don't care about someone like being creeped out or like fiction or adult. I want horror. I want terror. I'm scared of turning the pages. So that's what I'm going to read. And number 4 as a prompt is going to be read a splatter punk horror. It took me a while to find this one. I literally Googled and finally got onto one that's like 95 pages. So this is Love You to Bits. Very disgusting. And it's by j.boote. This is a self-published book, which is technically a story. Very creepy. It's technically this boy. He keeps getting yelled at his mom. And he's tired of it. Very, very tired of it. So yeah, so he says, David is fed up. High, overly religious mother has been seen to stain on his bed. A consequence of puberty as he locked him in the basement all night without food or water, so that he thinks about what he has done and is becoming. It has to stop. Her own punishment should fit the crime. So Davy is going to make sure his parents and everyone else who cross his path suffers. He summons a demon. Now it will be his turn to show a little religious love, something his parents will be able to seek their teeth into, because now Davy is going to love them to bits. An extremely horror novella. So it was published in July 2022. So that's one that I'm gonna read. They had 2 more prompts, which was horror by trans author. I only found one and it was just too long, and it's only for a week, so I think these 4 are gonna be good enough for me. And the number 6 was prompt Dark Academy books, and I don't have any as well, and I only found 4, so that's the one I'm gonna go with. So I'm excited to go into this one, and just so you don't forget, it's gonna be September 4th until the 10th if ever you want to participate, and if so, let me know down below. Next, we're going to go into some books that I want to read just for my own pleasure. So we're going to go and try to read Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I just finished the fine print and I loved it. It was a 4 stars and I want to try this one. This one follows his brother, and he has a task if he wants to have his 18% shares into this. It's almost like Walt Disney. It's like, you know, big fairy, they make a lot of that money, okay? And if he wants to keep his share, he has to get married. That's the task his grandpa gave him before he passed. So that's what it is. And it's more of a fake dating. He's just gonna pretend to marry this woman, but we all know, okay? We know it's gonna get into very spicy and good. So I'm excited. Lauren Asher, she's actually this is gonna be the second book that I try for them, for her. So I'm excited to see how it goes. And also, I am currently picking up Fireworks, but I am picking it up on the 29. So there is a chance I'm not going to finish it. So I'll be finishing this in the month of September as well. And I'm excited. So this is book 6. So yes, this is book 6. And this one follows Benito as one of the brothers. And he's a cop and he's investigating someone with drugs and stuff. And she is coming back from her past since she drew a penis on a board in a newsroom that was on TV, which she is technically laid off for 2 weeks. I have a feeling she's not going back there. But anyways, that's one of them. And then I'll be trying to finish Waylaid by Serena Bowen. And this one says, so it's a tale as old as time. The bad boy meets the good girl. He makes a daring proposition. And then the boy gets a mysterious head injury and loses a year of his life. The first time I meet Ricky, I don't know what to make of him. My cat's right there. And he's being an asshole. The first time I meet Ricky, I don't know what to make of him. The second time we meet, he doesn't remember the 6 hours we spent together or standing me up afterwards. I'm not the same either. I've got secrets. I've told lies. Bad boys aren't my type anyways. Even the ones with troubled gray eyes. You know, it's another romance. I wanted to read more horror, but because I'm doing that read-a-thon, I think it's gonna be okay. And I got this from the library, which is The Right Retreat by Susan White. I wanted to try it. Hey! No! Read-a-thon. You have this woman, she loves writing. So she lives in Toronto, and her husband, actually, they buy like a cottage in New Brunswick, and so they make it kind of like a retreat for all writers. And it turns out that the cabin has more as history into this as they meet someone. So they meet someone that is a writer that has a lot to do with residential schools. So I'm excited. It is a very, not hot topic, but it is a topic that's very talked about in Canada. So I feel like this might be a good one. So I'm gonna try it. And then I did buy this little baby last month in August. So a man and his cat, and it seems so adorable. It's technically a cat, like he is a year old, and we all know that cats, like after a year old, are really tough to adopt because people just want kittens. It is something that I just want to read about, and it seems so adorable. And this old guy just goes and adopt this 1-year-old cat, and the cat is just so amazed on how much they love each other, and like it's very adorable. Like you have this, and it says, "I thought all meowy days would be just like yesterday." I'm excited. And the last two that I want to read is gonna be Fruit Basket volume 2, but this is technically 3 and 4 by Natsuki Tayaka, and this is adorable. I've read the first one, and this is volume 3, which is gonna be 5 and 6, so I'm excited. It's the ultimate edition, and I love how each chapter the author actually talks kind of to you and explains a little bit more in these editions. So I found that these are adorable. So I'm excited. So yeah, so that's my TBR. What are you planning on reading? Let me know down below. And I'm excited, and you'll see all of these in my vlog. So if ever you're interested, watch my vlogs. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and comment down below what you're planning on reading. And I'll see you next time. Bye.